Following his lead, each of us went back to our rooms. Ah, that's right. I need to put away the knife that I got from Toko. I think the safest place for it will be in my desk drawer. But anyway, is Kyoko really gonna be okay? She can't get into her room. What's she gonna do? Isn't there something I can do? Something I can... What? Huh? As I opened my eyes, I realized I'd fallen asleep without realizing it. But more important, did I hear the doorbell? Oh my god, who is it? Of course it's Kyoko. Kyoko?
Hey.
I'll be waiting for you in the dressing room. See you there. Hey, wait, Kyoko! Without acknowledging me, Kyoko disappeared into the depths of the darkened hallway. I know we're not supposed to go out during nighttime, but I can't just not go. Oh. So she definitely has something important to tell us because this is the place without cameras.
Hey.
Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late. It's okay. I'm used to it.
Correct.
Indeed.
So then...
Well then, let me get straight to the point. It's something you can't talk about in front of the surveillance cameras, right? So does that mean... Does this have something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma? Monokuma told us earlier that someone had stolen something from him. Was it you? She has a tiny smile on her face. That's right. So I was right. But what did you steal?
So...
I stole this. A key. Monokuma key. But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. Is this like the master key to open up all the closed rooms, you know? That could be possible. I mean, it probably is, right? It would make the most sense. But I can understand her reason for wanting to steal this, of course, you know, and having stolen it now. Because, you know, so much mystery is probably lying beyond those closed doors. So, it's natural for us to want to find out. Where did you get this?
So...
From the headmaster's room. What? She was in the headmaster's room? What? You snuck into the headmaster's room? How did she do that, though? But wasn't it locked? Oh, what about this? What about this? It still has something to do with the plan of last video, where she like told us to lure Monokuma out. But in that time, I think that she didn't steal something from Monokuma on him, but I think the door is locked when Monokuma is inside, and then when Monokuma saw like, hey, Makoto's at the door, gotta appear. He went out of his room, therefore leaving the door unlocked, and that's when Kyoko was like, alright, I'll sneak in there, steal the key. But if that is the case, he went into the headmaster's room, she must have seen a lot of other things, right? Like probably a big... what was that entire huge room? And like the two CG images scenes you saw with Monokuma talking to what we now know was the spy Sakura. You know, he had like those huge screens, multiple screens with probably all the cameras on it and stuff. There must have been some clues in there, but I guess she was on the timer. You know, she had to pick something fast because Monokuma wasn't going to be outside forever.
However,
so, what? Okay, never mind. There goes my entire freaking theory. Well, damn. The lock was broken. What?
Correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. Wow, Sakura. Oh, wow. She did?
Indeed.
Remember what she said in her notes. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. So, Sakura broke into the headmaster's room for us?
That's right.
So that we could uncover whatever secrets may lie hidden within. She did that. For us. Sakura MV fucking P. She violated the school regulations to help us. She already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of this place.
Indeed.
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday. But if I just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away. Which is why, okay, so it still was part of a plan for, you know, to let us lure Monokuma out, keep him busy, so that gives her time to get in there. I used you as a decoy. So you asked me to meet you at the data center in order to...
Correct.
I wanted you to draw Monokuma's attention. I took that opportunity to sneak into the headmaster's room, and as a result, so I was fairly close, I found this key. Wow. Then, what you told me about yesterday, did that come from the headmaster's room too? Why, the 16th student, right?
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Mukuro Ikusaba, damn it. What was the thing on the lawnmower? Monokuru, right? Monokuru. I get Kuro, a little bit similar. I don't know, I just feel like Monokuma, Mukuro, a little bit, like the sound is a little bit similar. I'm probably grasping at straws, right? It probably has nothing to do with it.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
But the fact that the title is Ultimate Despair, that really seems to fit Monokuma though, right?
Watch out for her.
But then it says her, and it just throws me off again completely. What the fuck? Did you find out about this Mukuro Ikusaba while you were in here? The other thing is that it could be... No, it can't be Kyoko, right? Because she's already part of the 15. Never mind.
Indeed.
I did find a file in the headmaster's room that talked about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but one thing I do know is that Mukuro Ikusaba is dangerous. Dangerous?
In other words,
she may very well be the mastermind. Mastermind? But didn't Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably the mastermind?
wrong.
No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. The headmaster is the headmaster of the school, right? Even before the tragedy occurred. So that's a different person from the mastermind. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right. Didn't it say somewhere? I think Alter Ego said it. That's the mastermind, or was it the headmaster? I'm not sure, but he described either one of those as like a male in his 30s or something like that, you know, or tall. It was definitely a male, he said though. So that's already the reason why it can't really be similar, right? To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like Kyoko at all. But if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Mukuro Ikusaba really could be the mastermind?
Anyway,
this key is the one big opportunity we've been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we've grasped it, we can't let it go, can we? Sure, but I mean, what's this key even unlock?
so...
I don't know yet, which is why she has to test it on her own room. I need you to draw Monokuma's attention again, while I go and find out. Wait, so you're planning on sneaking back in again? You can't! That's way too dangerous! You want me to draw his attention? But we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? True, but then, like, if that's the case, why did they let Kyoko do this, right? If there's more than one person watching us...
Is that right?
But they didn't catch on last night, right? Maybe we just got lucky.
Hey,
Or maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Ah, that's a good point. But I don't know, like, remember those end scenes, was it Monokuma theater scenes? It actually made it seem like Monokuma is a living being, rather than something like a toy robot being controlled. I don't know, it could, I mean, the Monokuma theater, I'm not sure how seriously we have to, or could take it. But, yeah. That is an interesting point. It could be that the mastermind is just controlling Monokuma, and it can't do both at the same time. Huh? Like I said, we didn't get caught last night, but But as you said, maybe it was pure luck. Which is why we're going to run the experiment one more time. And if we're successful again, this is pretty dangerous though, considering, you know, if it isn't successful, the punishment, yep. Then what may have just been a lucky guess will be proven true. As Kyoko talked, she was calm and collected as ever. I couldn't help but just stand there and listen.
Hey.
If it's true that the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time, then there would have to be a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. What we need to do is find out for sure if that's actually true and if we can exploit it. Maybe. But no matter what the reward, the risk is just too high. When I think what might happen if we fail...
Why is that?
I don't think you need to worry about that all too much. After all... with minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. No restrictions have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery. Am I wrong? That is true. That is an old rule that I haven't paid much attention to at all. But that is true. They allow us... They're not like saying like, no, you can't do this, you can't do this. Like, yeah, they have put restrictions on certain things, certain rooms, certain places. But they haven't said restrictions on our exploration of things. Therefore, we are indeed, I guess, free to solve the mystery. Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell. But if the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. He could just kill us all within our second thoughts.
I see.
In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disprove that hypothesis. What?
Correct.
In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules? Or adhere them to no matter what?
In other words...
We gain something whether we succeed or not. Now there's no reason not to do it, right? I guess when you put it that way. But...
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
That is true. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey.
Am I wrong? At that moment, I finally realized I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us. And with that in view, that's her driving goal, right? She is, as far as we know and as far as we'll call her, the ultimate detective. She's really interested in mysteries, solving mysteries, finding the answers of things that she doesn't know the answer to. Therefore, the class trials, she's always so active in it, always trying to figure out who killed who, like why did that person die, why is this here, looking at all the clues, blah blah blah, right? So, and all those class trials are a smaller goal towards working the bigger goal, right? The mystery of who the hell is the mastermind and why are we being kept here? So, yeah, it makes sense. She just smiled. I can't change how I feel. And wouldn't if I could. Was it actually a smile that I heard from her? Like, she laughed, like, ha ha ha. Then Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and held it out to me. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. Oh, what? What is this letter? Man, all this mystery is surrounding Kyoko. It's just, like, I want to know the answers. It's like I have no patience. I feel like in most situations, I am a fairly patient person. But in certain situations, I get really impatient. And this is kind of one of them. Mainly because I feel like, you know, the entire mystery of Kyoko has now dragged on for 5 entire chapters. And now she's giving us something that could possibly hold the answer to unsolving our, at least, mystery, you know? Our small mystery of who the heck is Kyoko. Or what the heck happened. So, yeah. I want to find out. If something happens?
However...
I'm not planning on dying. But there's always a chance of it. And a death without meaning is unappealing.
Hey.
Please, I want you to hold on to it for me. Fine, I'll hold on to it. Just because you asked me to. But I'm gonna give it back at some point. You can be sure of that.
Indeed.
Yes, of course.
Hey.
Oh, and one more thing. You can't tell anyone else about what I've discovered. Sure. Because then there's a chance the mastermind might find out, right?
Indeed.
Well, there's that too. Huh? You mean there's something else?
Well...
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. There we go again. Stop doing that, Kyoko. It's like it's better for her to say nothing at all than to say something that's just like, wait, what? And then never mind. It's like, oh, it's just, come on. She's teasing us at this point. Oh, such a tease, Kyoko. I just can't forget that easily.
So then...
Okay then. Shall we begin? I actually wonder, is she doing that on purpose, or is she just like thinking out loud for a second and she didn't actually mean for us to know about that, you know? That's why she just suddenly like, never mind.
Makoto.
I'm counting on you, Makoto. I just have to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I'll give it my best shot.
Goodbye.
I'm going on ahead. The rest is up to you. Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time. And like every other time, she moved at a brisk pace as she left. What wasn't like every other time was the sudden knot I felt in my stomach as I watched her walk away. No, everything's gonna be fine. I know it. Because it's Kyoko. Talking to myself helped shake off some of my anxiety, and then I got to work. What the frick is our plan? Okay, let's do this. Hey, Monokuma! You can see me, right? Get out here! I've got a bone to pick with you! And then a few moments later...
Monokuma appears!
Is this so easy? Like, you just have to call him out and then he comes? Well, this is a surprise. You being the one to call me out.
Hey!
By the way... Huh?
Most suspicious.
What were you and Kyoko up to, huh? Going to the bathhouse? Just the two of you? In the middle of the night? Oh yeah, we were getting it on. Definitely a hot and steamy moment, wouldn't you say? There was some hot and some steam involved, sure. So warm and wet. So wet and warm. I bet you guys. Removed to conform with local and international censorship laws. Really? That's gotta be a joke, right? Please tell me this was in like the Japanese version as well as a joke, and that it's not really that they were forced to put this in to actually conform to the local and international censorship laws. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. All over! Didn't you? Not gonna talk, huh? Sure, I get it. Well, whatever. Unlike you, have absolutely no interest in late night bath scenes. Sure you don't, Monokuma. I'm sure you don't. Because I like to maintain a healthy lifestyle of observation, far away from X-rated exploits. Oh, so that is why there are no surveillance cameras in the bathhouse.
Wow.
Bullseye! Or is it cause maybe the lens gets all fogged up? You can't see anything anyway. Oh, did we get him there? Sounds like that's the bullseye to me.
You need something?
Anyway, you went to all that trouble to get me out here. Now what do you want? Oh, well, there's just something I wanted to confirm with you.
Say what?
Whether I'm a mademoiselle or a dude fella.
Actually...
But in the Bear Kingdom, there is no male or female. Then how do they reproduce? Unless it's like, I remember, aren't slugs like both male and female, but they can't actually, like, you know, impregnate themselves, but they do have both genitalia of man and female. I know it's freaking weird. Actually, there is Seriously?
My entire existence!
Then what am I?
This is kind of depressing.
That's enough! I'll get stuck if I think about it too much. So what did you really want to ask me? Oh, well, you told us earlier that your precious had been stolen. What's this precious of yours?
What are you thinking?
Listen, I'm sure this is all a silly question. No way it's possible and all. But is that seriously what you dragged me out here to ask me?
Unbelievable.
You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be 100 megaton freaking kidding me! You're not gonna ask something useful, like how to get the best honey? Or ursine breeding tips? If I wanted to know where to get the best honey, I would have asked Winnie the Pooh, not you, Monokuma. This is just crazy! Are all pubescent teen boys as nutty as you? Well, I have two.
What the heck?
God, you're so annoying! Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and a bleep. That's it! What was that second thing? It's a blank, stupid! A secret! Fill it in yourself! Making me trudge all the way out here for that? I'd like to see what's going on in that brain of yours! And the next time you summon me for something so stupid, I'll open your skull and find out! Wow, he was really pissed. Dropping more than a few swear words, Monokuma stormed off. Phew. I hope I kept him distracted long enough. Now all I can do is wait, and hope Kyoko makes it out okay. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko after all. I'm sure she's fine. Right? Right? I guess so. I went back to my room and laid down, doing my best to settle my nerves and get back to sleep.
Monokuma Theater, brought to you by Spike Toonsoft Company Limited.
Wait, what? What the heck is this? Sakura? Why does she look like a Play-Doh version of herself? Bam! Oh yeah, whack 'em gladiators. I mean, we always knew Sakura was badass, but we never really got to see it in action, you know? But those muscles definitely aren't just for show. What the fuck is this? This has got to be one of the weirdest dreams or nightmares ever. Sakura's Revenge, the game the world has been waiting for. Unfortunately, development has been cancelled. Of course, if enough people play Danganronpa, who knows? So buy copies and all your fans. Was that really just a sellout moment, Monokuma? This super stylish, super fashionable game was cancelled during development. But it'll start back up if Danganronpa sells well.
Then you guys have to recommend it to your friends, too!
Alright everybody, buy Danganronpa. My body feels so heavy this morning. It must be because I was up so late last night. Anyway, I need to get to the dining hall. Alright, is everybody here? Is everybody except Kyoko present? You're 1 minute late, Makoto. How do you explain? Oh, really? You're gonna be one of those leaders, those... 1 minute, it's just 1 freaking minute, you know? Sorry, I'm not feeling so great today.
What's your problem?
You really think a tired excuse like that is gonna work? Huh? Are you allowed to talk again? I don't recall giving you permission. Oh yeah, Toko, time to shut it again. Huh? I just thought, I mean, since a day had passed, It maybe had a reason. No, shut it. Sorry! Please don't hate me. Whatever my punishment is, I'll accept it. I'll hang a sign on my neck that says bad girl. I'll clean your bathroom with my toothbrush. If you stop making disgusting comments like that, maybe I can forgive you. Thank you. I won't make any more disgusting comments. I promise. If I do, you can stuff my mouth full of trash. What the fuck, Toko? As long as it's you and no one else, I don't mind. It's no use. She's disgusting to the bone.
So,
Anyway, where's Kyoko? I haven't seen her this morning.
Could it be?
Not cool. This is worse than being late for lunch, for a date, for your wedding, or for anything. Maybe she's mad about what happened yesterday, and she's not gonna show up anymore. I can't tell the others why Kyoko might not be here. The best thing to do right now is just to keep quiet.
Very strange.
Whatever her reason, I'm curious to know what she is doing. I know she's not in her room. So, the thing is though, right? If that, my precious, the key, the Monokuma key, if that actually is like a master key, or yeah, it's called master key, right? Which basically unlocks every single door, then she could technically get back into her room with that key, right?
You know?
Oh yeah, you still have her key, right?
What's this?
Ah, are you looking for Miss Kirigiri?
What?
What do you want now?
Hey!
I'm right? Right? You're wondering where Miss Kirigiri is, right? Do you know where she is?
Ooh.
Well, it's hard to say.
Huh?
You don't know either?
What?
It's because he doesn't know. That's why he's here, to try and prod us for information.
Uh-huh.
Hey, don't you hate it when you ask someone what their favorite movie is, and they name some indie bullcrap?
this is very suspicious.
I feel like I don't even want to read this anymore because I know she's not supposed to talk, but okay, we're not gonna do that. I feel like I'm getting whiplash, the way he changes subjects like that. Thank goodness. It looks like Makoto really didn't notice. So I guess our plan went off just fine last night. Which could mean...
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Could she have been right about that?
Hey!
So? Was I right? You're looking for Miss Kirigiri. Any idea where she might have gone? We have no idea.
What the heck?
And even if we did know, we wouldn't tell you.
What the heck?
For serious. I see. Well, fine. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. Sayonara, suckers. As soon as he was gone, we all glanced around at each other. So, what was that just now? Does that mean Monokuma doesn't know where she is either? It would seem that way.
You know?
Where the heck could she have gone? Don't you think we should all go look for her? And how would you suggest we approach that task? Even Monokuma can't seem to locate her.
Very suspicious.
Yeah. How can he not know where she is? It's either the blind spots or the locked places that were locked before are now open, and because they were locked, he never put any surveillance cameras in them. It could be that.
Yeah, totally.
So strange. Kyoko must have used that key to sneak into some unknown part of the school. But somewhere even Monokuma wouldn't notice? Where could it be? We spent the rest of the breakfast talking about where Kyoko could have gone. Afterwards, we returned to our rooms. Free time, I'm guessing? Alright, phew. Breakfast didn't help me feel any more upbeat, that's for sure. I feel like this is more than just me staying up late. I feel even worse than I did this morning. My body feels like lead. And now I'm getting chills. This is bad. I think I might be getting sick. Scurrying around again, huh? Looking at you makes me physically ill. Should I talk? I'm so tempted to just like, yeah, screw yourself, but yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Alright, let's give him a present, I guess. What present, though? Listen, Makoto. I wanted to ask you something. What could Byakuya want to talk to me about? I have a bad feeling about this. Oh? Sure. What's up? You know, only a few, or chosen few, perhaps 1% of us, are able to succeed in life.
So in other words...
For the other 99%, their dreams never come true. Some never even have a dream in the first place, spending every waking hour toiling to crap together a meager living, just barely getting by.
What?
I just don't understand. Is there any meaning to a life like that? Why are you asking me? Because you're part of that 99%, of course. Why did you even feel the need to ask? I knew he was gonna insult me somehow. Up until now, I've never been around anyone like that, so I'm interested. So tell me, how does it feel to live a life without hope, without potential, or ambition, or dreams? Come on! Dude, I don't have ambitions or dreams? I've never felt that way about myself. I mean, sure, maybe I'll never be as rich as you or anything, but do you have to go around saying that to everyone? Can you only be happy by being better than others? Your complaints are as old and tired as a third-rate pop song from any generation. And yet, those are the words of the 99%. That is how you find comfort in your tiny, cold little world. Stop saying stuff like that! Sorry, I can't not speak the truth. No matter how much you push and struggle, people like you will never be in a position to change the world. You could all disappear tomorrow, and nothing would change. Your existence is of no consequence. Whether that's true or not, it doesn't matter. Even if you live a totally normal, unimportant life, you can still find happiness in that, exactly. If I can live a life that I'm satisfied with, that's all that matters. If I spend all my life comparing my life to other people's, I'd never be happy. Because there's always someone you know will think like, oh, that person has a better life than me. There will always be that person, except for the one, like, okay, maybe Bill Gates or whatever is like, yeah, nobody has a better life than me. But for most other people, it's like, there will always be one other person that will just have that much of a happier, or even if it's just a little bit. But you know, that's why it's kind of useless to compare your life to others, because then you'll just end up never being happy. Sure, maybe you can do that. You are guaranteed success from the day you were born. So...
What?
Hold it. From the day I was born? You have no idea. You don't have a clue what you're talking about. What?
What?
Those who are chosen from birth have no concept of what that truly means. I have gone to battle and emerged victorious. That is why I am the chosen. What are you talking about? You're spoiled. All of you, running away into a world of self-indulgence. What war or fight is he talking about? Like, the fight amongst himself and the other sperm cells when he was, you know, impregnating his mom's egg? Battle, competition, rivalry. You all run away from it. That is why the 99% walk the path that they do.
Such ignorance.
Good God, your absolute lack of understanding makes me want to weep. After showing a surprising amount of emotion, Byakuya quickly made his exit. What the heck got into him? I mean, I definitely don't want to say that he was given, you know, the success and power or money or whatever, that he was just like, yeah, he was just like fortunate enough to be born into a rich family and then You know, that's how he made a success. It's most certainly not that. But still, I just don't like the way that he acts towards what he refers to as the 99%, you know? People are still people, regardless of your status in life. And people should still be treated as such. Until I said something about being guaranteed success from the day he was born. I wonder why that set him off. Because he felt that he earned it, right? Which is definitely true, I guess. We don't know too much about his past, but I have a feeling that, you know, he definitely had let clues here and there go. There's like little pieces of information that he definitely like had to work to where he is at today, and how that's why he's successful and strong and talented, whatever the fuck. So yeah, you just unlocked the skill Envious Influence. Give yourself a pat on the back, you've earned it. Okay, what is that gonna be useful for? I couldn't stop thinking about Byakuya while I went back to my room. Alrighty. I'm getting the chills. I feel kinda dizzy. I can't help it. I need sleep. Nighttime wasn't for a while, but I felt like my body had reached its limit. As I dropped onto my bed, I felt like I was falling into a bottomless pit. I was unconscious before my head hit the pillow. Well, that's not quite true. I didn't pass out completely. It was more like my consciousness went dim. I weaved back and forth between sleep and wakefulness. Which is all to say... Oh god. He really sleeps with that hoodie on? I was restless. He definitely looks like he's having a really bad nightmare. Poor Makoto. At some point, I found myself wandering through a strange dream. And within the dream, a voice echoed across the walls of my mind.
I understand.
Understand? That voice, that was his own voice, right? It's so familiar. Ah, it's...
I understand.
That's him, that's his own voice, right? I'm almost certain that it is. It's... me.
I understand.
What do you understand, other Makoto?
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
What? Huh? What am I trying to say?
Hope. This is all for hope. And that's why I have to stay.
What? This is all for hope and that's why I have to stay?
I have to stay here.
Okay, that didn't make any sense to me. What the fuck?
My dream just now... What? So strange. Huh?
What the fuck? Ah, that guy with the knife. He took our survival knife. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't kill me. I don't know what we're doing. We're running or dodging. What?
Kyoko?
Again?
What the... What did you...
Did she beat him up?
What did you say?
Did she kill that guy? Or person in the mask? Alright, let the mindfuck begin. What the fuck is going on? Every day is peaceful. Every day is joyful. Happy days from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. Wishing only for those unchanging, unending happy days. Days of boredom repeating forever and ever. No abnormalities as far as the eye can see. Life without the tiniest speck of abnormality.
If the world were like that, I'd consider that pretty damn abnormal.